This one is actually a Twitter question, so if you have questions, you should tweet me. So today, like I said, is a question from Twitter. I'm super excited that people are sending me questions. Be sure to send me more on Twitter or Facebook or Google+, or leave them in the comments, whatever. Ask. I will answer. I promise. Today's question actually came in, and it was, how do I think of content to create? So like, how do I have ideas for content? And it's really simple. I ask you guys to ask me questions because I find that helps me create a ton of content. But also I often do podcasts, guest posts, and Hit the Mic TV episodes and webinars on questions that I see come up and up over and over and over again, not just to me, but to other people in my industry, in the groups I'm a part of, in conversations I have with clients. It's the stuff that just won't go away. Whenever there's something that shows up in front of me a lot, I know I need to do something about it. I do it. I also repurpose a lot of my content. So a lot of times you'll hear me talk about something in multiple places. For example, you'll see me do a guest post on something that was the same thing I did a podcast episode about, or you'll see something that I do here at Hit the Mic TV turn into a podcast, or vice versa, because in most cases, it allows me to connect with people who prefer to consume one type of content over another, and also there are some things that we need to hear multiple times. Plus, I'm always adding a little bit different spin. Obviously, I can talk about it for a much longer time period over on Hit the Mic podcast versus here on Hit the Mic TV, which we try to keep under 5 minutes. So it's a lot more time, and even longer if I would do a webinar about it. So that's how I come up with a lot of my content creation. I really encourage you to first sit down and just brainstorm a ton of content. This is one of the very first things I have people do when I work with them in social, is to have just a brainstorm sort of living document of ideas, of blog posts and status updates and quotes you really love, and questions you would like to ask your audience. I actually have a couple of these. I have one for my social stuff, I have one for webinar topics, I have one for video topics, and I have one for podcast topics. That way I'm able to say, I really want to talk about XYZ in ABC format, and I can have those documents. And a lot of times you'll see things on, like I said, multiple documents, but those are changed and updated and added to whenever I have an idea, so that when I sit down to record a podcast or record videos, I can just go. I don't have to think of anything to talk about, because that's when I am often least creative and have the lowest chance of thinking of something good to say. That's what I do. Like I said, a lot of it is just paying attention and listening to the questions that are out there. No matter what your industry is, if you're connected with your ICA on social and in your communities, you will find it really easy to figure out what it is they need to hear, because they'll be asking about it. So connect with them. Again, like most things, it really comes down to knowing who your ideal client is, so that you can speak to them and answer the questions they have. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any episodes of Hit the Mic TV. I will see you next time. You have content all over the place already. Your blogs, your podcasts, your videos, whatever it is, your programs, all of those can be webinars. Repurpose your content. A really great example of this